It feels wonderful to have won jointly the prize. I'm a bit astounded, actually. I have been a contest reader at home for a literary magazine, and I'm aware of how fickle it can be, and so it feels wonderful and very surprising to have won, and it feels lovely also to share that with somebody else too. What inspired this story? I was actually at a friend's house, and she was talking about one of her friends who had participated in the Ironman competition, and I was blown away by um, how arduous it was. And I suppose it's a very long competition. It's like 12 hours of solid movement, but just in terms of the almost the violence of being in the lake and trying to swim with all of the other bodies. So that was one thing. The story is about the Ironman competition, but also when I started writing it, I was in a train ride across the country, and I was just incredibly taken by the landscape, especially going over the Cascade Mountains in British Columbia, which is my home province. Yes, I absolutely think that fiction can help people talk about difficult topics or just to express themselves, and I think that's very important as well. One thing I am interested in the future is perhaps helping to host workshops with marginalized communities, and I think that could be social communities and I know I've heard of some programs in inner city schools, for example, and there are some students who just would never consider themselves to go into writing because they're working 3 jobs while going to school, and you just where's the time to write fiction, or also even going to prisons as well. I've heard of a few programs that use that as a mode of expression for inmates in penitentiaries, and I think it can be incredibly rehabilitative, and that's certainly one of the magic components of creative writing.